Dave Miller with Superior Services is back with me, and it's good to see you, Dave. We always have a lot to talk about,
Sure.
and today is no different. But some of the things, you're really expanding in a lot of different ways in your business, and that's why it's Superior Services now instead of just heating and air.
Correct.
But so what we're going to jump into today is the IT services that you have, because you're really kind of expanding that business.
Sure.
So tell us a little bit, give us an overview of it, and then maybe we'll kind of jump into how you handle that with businesses and then personal use.
Sure. So in the early days of Superior Heating and Air, we were trying to be paperless and be very tech savvy. So we had laptops and we were dispatched, via back then cell phones, and so we had a lot of tech between laptops. Tablets weren't around yet, and then all the computer systems in the office. And so working on them got to be a real full-time job.
Sure.
So we ended up bringing somebody on back then just to help with our inner office networking and computer technology and that sort of thing. And it just kind of grew from there to where now we were offering it to customers now versus just doing it in-house.
Right. Well, so obviously it was a natural expansion.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you do consulting for businesses as well as homeowners. So
Yes.
let's talk about what you, like when you would go into a business, what does that look like?
So that can be a lot of different things depending on the business needs. Most of the time we see networking, getting computers to talk to each other, getting the servers to work and everybody talk. And then the biggest thing in that environment is setting up permissions. We want certain users to have certain permissions.
Right.
So you don't end up with a bunch of stuff on your computer that you don't want on there.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing. And then security.
Sure.
But the one thing that everybody seems to forget about until it hits home, or business for that matter, is backing up
Yes.
their data.
Right.
A lot of people back up their data and, oh yeah, back it up, it's backed up and it's on a thumb drive in their office. So that's great, you've backed it up, but what happens if you have a fire or a flood or a hurricane?
Right.
Your nice thumb drive or hard drive with all your information is sitting right next to the computer, useless.
It does you no good.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
And we all know that technology is wonderful until it's not working.
Right.
And then it's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, businesses just slam to a halt.
Right.
It's just crazy.
And frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's talk about if you go to a home.
Sure.
What do you do there?
So I think smart homes popped and fizzled years ago, and it's always been around, but it was a real big deal. I see it coming back around again.
Okay.
And I think because it's getting simpler, a little bit less expensive, and now things are starting to talk to each other a little bit easier than they were before. Before it was so proprietary that one thing didn't want to talk to another, and you could have part of your house be smart and the other half couldn't do it.
Right.
So we're getting into a lot of the home automation and smart controls and digital locks and cameras and things of that nature.
Okay. And is that a lot of that controlled through the homeowner's smartphone?
Yes, absolutely. Usually, an app on your phone or tablet, and then you can, it integrates with air conditioning. You can set temperatures, locks on your doors. You can set what they call now like automations to where if somebody rings a doorbell, it'll then start recording some camera footage just for that time while the doorbell was rang, and then it alerts your phone. So it can go all the way through and set an automation. Do that for your lights, your security, and so that's really just making life at home one click a little bit easier.
But yeah, a lot easier, and also as you mentioned just now, a lot more secure.
Sure.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear all the time about these doorbell, catching thieves and thwarting thieves and all that. So it's really important stuff. So if somebody is interested in having you come do a consultation just for the IT services, how do they get a hold of you? What's the best way to do that?
They can just call our main number, which is probably down below, or they can click us. And James is the head of that department.
Okay.
And he is the whiz kid when it comes to computers. He can talk to any computer and make it do whatever he needs it to do.
Well, and that's what we all need in our
Yes,
life. We
that is
need the
very
whiz
true.
kid in our life.
He's
Excellent.
the easy button.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, thanks, Dave, for being with us. It was great information.
Absolutely, thank you.